When my nephew told the movie theater ticket taker he wanted to disappear forever, he had no idea he was talking to his uncle. I've worked the concession and ticket booth at a second-run cinema for a couple of years now, mostly weekends. I thought I'd heard every strange thing a kid could say until my own brother pushed his son up to my window. "Two for whatever's playing next, and hurry it up. I don't want to be here all day in this rundown dump." He didn't recognize me under the cap and the branded polo, but I recognized him and my nephew Elias the second they walked up. My brother stepped aside to lean against the wall and stare at his phone, while Elias stood at the counter, small and rigid, like he was waiting to be yelled at. I crouched down to his level and asked, "What movie are you excited to see, buddy?" He glanced back at his dad, then leaned toward the glass and said, barely above a whisper, "I wish I could just disappear and never come back." My stomach dropped. I kept my voice easy. "That's a big thing to wish for. How come?" He looked at his shoes. "Because then it would stop hurting and I could be somewhere quiet." "What hurts, Elias?" He tugged his collar down just enough to show a band of dark bruising along his collarbone. "Dad gets mad when I mess up," he whispered. "I mess up a lot." I asked if he'd ever told anyone. He shook his head fast. "Last time I told my teacher, Dad took my door off and made me sleep in the garage for a week. It was really cold. I felt sick, but I pressed my hand flat to the counter so he could see it wasn't shaking." "You're really brave for telling me. I'm going to help you. I promise." Something flickered in his face. Not quite hope, but close. Then my brother appeared and grabbed Elias by the wrist. "We're going. This is taking forever." He hauled him toward the theater doors without a backward glance. I knew better than to make a scene right there. He'd twist it, grab the kid, and be gone before anyone believed a ticket taker over a father. I needed people who couldn't be waved off. I needed family. I could barely finish my shift. The second it ended, I drove straight to our parents' place. It was our mom's birthday dinner, the one thing my brother never skipped because there was an audience. When I walked in, he was already mid-performance, arms slung around Elias, telling our mother, "He's been such a nightmare lately. I swear I don't know where I went wrong with him." Elias sat at the table not touching his food. My brother reached over and flicked his shoulder. "Sit up. You look pathetic hunched over like that." Elias snapped upright, flinching, and I felt something in me go white hot. My brother caught me staring. "You got something to say?" I said I was just thinking about something that happened at work. He smirked and turned back to his plate. Riveting. I couldn't wait for a better moment. I stood up. "Elias, can you show everybody what you showed the man at the movie theater today?" The table went silent. My brother laughed, too loud. "The what?" "He didn't show anybody anything." I looked at my nephew. "It's okay. You're safe here. Can you show Grandma your collarbone?" Elias looked at his father, then at me, and slowly pulled his collar down. My mother's fork clattered onto her plate. My father stood so fast his chair tipped over. My brother shot up. "He's a rough kid. He's always banging into stuff. You're twisting this to make me look like a monster." I told him to stop, because I was the man at the theater window that afternoon. He told me about the garage. He told me you take his door off. He told me all of it. His face went from performance to something raw and ugly. "You've been jealous of me our whole lives. Now you're making up lies about my son to ruin me." He came around the table at me, but my father caught him by the arm and held on. My mother already had the phone to her ear. My brother thrashed, snarling at his own kid. "Elias, tell them you're lying. Tell them right now, or you'll be sorry." Elias sat frozen, tears running silently down his face. "He's a manipulative little liar," my brother shouted. "I should have gotten rid of him when I had the chance." My father looked at his own son then, really looked, and his face crumpled into something I'd never seen on him before. Whatever illusion he'd been holding on to about his boy died right there at the dinner table. The police came within a few minutes and took my brother out in cuffs while he was still yelling. The custody process took most of a year.